Help, I'm in a secret relationship is MTV's exciting new docuseries uncovering heartbreaking stories of people who have been emotionally manipulated into keeping their relationships a secret. Now, today I've got two of the hosts, recording artist Travis Mills and actress, am I going to say Renee or Rain Jones?
Oh, it's Ronnie.
Ronnie, okay, I was
It's
completely
all
out of
right.
the,
Everybody
okay.
gets it wrong. It's all good.
Alright. Well, speaking, let's start off with you, Ronnie. Whoa, the screener I saw was very interesting. Let's talk a little bit about this.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a wild ride of a show. Obviously, tensions are high because you're dealing with two people that are supposedly in love, and one person is being hidden by the other. And we are coming in to basically solve this problem and get answers for what we call the person that's being hidden. And there's tears being shed. There's a lot of facial expressions because you will be surprised as to what we find out, not only during our confrontation period but like as we learn. So I hope people enjoy it. It's definitely not just about the drama, it's also about the relationships and the people, and I think Travis and I had just a great time helping these folks out.
Yeah, Travis, let's talk about it. I think the episode I saw it had the two recording artists.
Oh, you're talking about Mia and Kayla.
Right. Let's talk about that a little bit.
That was an interesting one, especially because I feel like it took place in Los Angeles, where you would think things like this are almost like a little bit more accepted, right? You have people in entertainment, you have people who want to be artists, and they have like a public image to uphold. With Mia and Kayla, it was pretty much just like, it was really heartbreaking because here you had someone who was so in love and wanted to get married, but for some reason there was a really big hang up. She couldn't figure out why. And so when Ronnie and I walked into this, we were like, look, we're in LA. These people are making music. They have like, social media. They got fans. They got all of these things that they need to kind of put on a show for. Yet as soon as we walked into their house, I mean, tears started rolling. Our hearts broke and we're like, all right, we got to get to the bottom of this. So, I mean, it just goes to show like you really never know what kind of situation you're going to walk into. And literally this could happen to anybody. And I feel like Ronnie and I try to keep that in mind, with every person that we meet and every kind of case that we come across.
Speaking about that, Ronnie, you had a situation yourself. That's why I think you can really relate to some of these people.
I mean, yeah, I mean, especially speaking to, the Mia and Kayla situation, I definitely had a lot of empathy for Mia, because we were two out proud gay women, and I have been in this situation where because of my sexuality and my partner's sexuality, at the time they just did not feel comfortable bringing me around. And for me it was very much a, well, what's wrong with me? If only these people in your life got to know me, they'd know that I'm a good person and all that good stuff. And so, there's a level of insecurity that comes when, the person that says, I love you every night turns around and wakes up the next morning and completely keeps you a secret. And so I can definitely empathize with that because I've experienced that myself.
Ronnie, I got to ask that question. I'm in my 60s, and open relationships like this doesn't bother me. Why does it bother other people so much?
You said open relationships?
Well, this type of relationship, when you have same sex relationships, I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. Why does it bother other people so much? Why do you think that is?
I mean, I think it's just ignorance, to be quite frank. I mean, if you're not exposed to different types of relationships, you're going to think that's a wrong thing to do. You're dealing with family, unfortunately, when you find out that your child or your sister or your brother is different in any way, you kind of tend to feel that that's a reflection on you and it has nothing to do with you. So I think that there's a level of ignorance that still exists today, unfortunately, that keeps people from living their true identity, their true selves, and it keeps them from happiness. And hopefully that this show will have people experiencing different things and opening their eyes more to the different types of love.
And you wish they would too. I understand that. Travis, without giving too much of a spoiler, you know, how was the conflict kind of either resolved or where did it go?
Oh, it went all over the place, if I'm being honest. We shot one of our episodes was in Las Vegas, and what was surprising about that was it wasn't the person who was getting called out for having, you know, this woman in a secret relationship. The woman who contacted Ronnie and I, as soon as she heard one kind of discovery that we uncovered that she didn't like, glasses were being thrown, drinks were being broken. We were inside of a hookah bar. I mean, the entire place kind of like turned and just looked at it. Like you could hear a record scratch. It was just everything stopped. And we had to really coach her through, you know, dealing with this heavy load of emotions. And yeah, it was tense. It was a nail biter. Ronnie and I had never really kind of experienced anything like that before. And, you know, we wanted to make sure that everyone was okay first and foremost. But yeah, it definitely kept things interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get with this show for sure.
Ronnie, I agree with you on that, definitely.
You never
Travis Smith, you never know, really. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on this one. Travis Mills, Ronnie Jones, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend. And Ronnie, you're right. It's a lot of ignorant people out there, isn't it?
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll change some minds.
I hope so too. Thank you both for joining us on Morning Blend.
Thank you.
Have a good day.